She fucked the nigga big. You know how hurt you got to be to drive. Shoot people though. You kill me. We men do kill. Y'all crazy stuff. But I just say borrowing the car.
Hey. Let me turn that off. Okay. As far as I'm concerned, I believe I am on. Let me get that second row. And I'm going to see if I can check in on my other phone because like nobody was in here on my walk. Child. Mm-hmm. Hey, how you doing? What's up, Warren? How you doing? Okay. Now, can't hear a thing, can't hear a thing. I don't think he meant to come in here. Came in and left real quick. Didn't even see me say hello. All right. How y'all doing? Good morning. Welcome to the morning chat where I tell you what's on my mind in the morning time. There it is. Welcome to the morning chat where I tell you what's on my mind in the morning time. How you all doing? I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. So I did my morning walk this morning, came home, took a shower. That's why I'm a little bit late. I got out a little bit late. I'm starting my health journey, starting with the water and walking. This week I'm starting with a healthier diet. So instead of having an apple turnover, I'm having yogurt, Greek yogurt with granola and honey. So that's a honey granola parfait. Hallelujah. So there's going to be some crunching. I'm going to put this back here. So, I hope y'all had a wonderful weekend. I think I've already said that to y'all. But I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I had a fairly productive weekend, to be honest with you. But we're going to get into that at the end of the 15 minutes of fun. So let's start this morning chat out with a morning announcement. Okay, we had single and satisfied yesterday. I didn't get that many people in there talking to me until late. But I on Single and Satisfied, I told the story of meeting a new boo. I went over how I met him, the lowdown on the whole thing with this guy. And the topic was, what do you do when you get a new boo? Well, I went through some things when it went to with meeting this guy. What did I do? How did I handle? So I put that in my mouth like that was food. It was right there. Then that whatever. Reality. I thought it was a crumb and it was a styrofoam for me putting something back into packaging. I talked about how we met, what we did, some of my downfalls, some of my some of my downfalls of what I did wrong and what I found out about the person in the end. If you want to watch that, if you want to see that, go on over to Instagram according to Akara, and that video, that live was posted. I don't think I have any strikes against it. But it is what it is. So I talk about that. So you want to go over here to Instagram and watch that. Also, y'all, I have a food vlog that I do right here on YouTube that I'm posting. I haven't posted the recent one of the Wing House, but that should be posted by the end of business today. Okay. So you want to check that out. And then the next is going to be bedtime stories, but I haven't gotten around to doing that. So that part, and of course, single and satisfied next Sunday. I'll have the topic by Wednesday. Okay, y'all. Hey. Now, let's get into the DoorDash Chronicle. DoorDash Chronicle. Okay, y'all. The DoorDash Chronicles. I have nothing. I don't have anything that I want to specify. I'll see. If I keep talking, I always come up with something. The Holy Spirit just drops something in my spirit. I want to talk about briefly your attitude determining your altitude when it comes to DoorDashing. I notice when I go out with the energy of I ain't doing this and I'm not gonna do that. I'm not taking no orders, doing this, that, just with a bad attitude. I tend to get really bad orders. But when I have a good attitude, I tend to actually do better when I DoorDash. So your attitude really does determine your altitude, especially when it comes to when you're working for yourself in a contract situation like delivery services. It's good to have a good attitude and try to maintain that. One of the things I start doing, and I have the privilege of doing that, where those who work 9 to 5 may not be able to do this. But when I start getting a bad attitude about it, I wrap it up. I get right on out, get out of DoorDash. I stop dashing and I go home, or I find me a place to just kind of get myself together. Because as long as I have a bad attitude, or I have something on my mind and I'm not really thinking about DoorDashing, I'm just not there. I'm not focused. I'm not really, you know what I'm saying? And then I start taking orders that wasn't good. I feel like a bad attitude repels good orders, But when you get out there, you're fresh for the day, you're ready, everything, your tank's full, your car is working, you're fine, and you just determined to have a good day. Let me tell you something. It is going to be a good day. Driving by faith and not by sight. Don't look at that map. That's a tip for today. The DoorDash Chronicle tip is don't look at the map, especially if you are a top dasher and you can get on whenever you want to. I mean, you can do it as long as there's some pink on the map. There's orders to be picked up. I've learned to drive by faith and not by sight. I don't look at that map and say, oh, there's not that much out there, so I'm not going to go. Okay, if I wasn't trying to go, that map is just going to influence me not to go. But if I need to get that Skrilla, and I do, That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? So, because I have went out there, and I was literally in the spirit, the Holy Spirit just said, drive by faith and not by sight. Don't look at that map. Do not look at that map when you see that it's light pink or it's not that busy out there. Don't go by what you see on that map. There's orders to be picked up. The only time I would really kind of be concerned or is if there's nothing. I mean, like, it's blank. Like, there's no color to the map showing that there's no order, like nobody's ordering. That's an indication that maybe that section that you're trying to deliver and pick up from is shut down. Like, for instance, when we had that whole Midtown shooting situation going on here, after I reported it and I wrapped up my orders and went behind home out because I live like on the outskirt of Midtown. I'm Midtown. I'm in Midtown, but I'm like right. The Midtown stops here. I'm right here. Okay, so I would be still considered Midtown or Midtown. I would be considered like Midtown. The neighborhood is Kirkwood. I'm in Atlanta, but either way, so I'm right here. So I took my behind home. Okay, I could have done another section, but they hadn't cut it off yet. Okay, so when I went back to get online later on that night, the whole section of where Midtown I usually pick up at was like there was nothing there. There was no pink, nothing. It was just map. Okay, which is an indication that that area had been blocked off from getting or receiving orders because of the situation there. Okay. Or if you're in an area where, like, there's a major, when I say a major event, I mean like a traumatic event. Like, I think this past winter, DoorDash shut off services in the northeastern section because it was really cold or something like that. And they had like a blizzard or something. So they shut off orders there. So of course, if you don't see nothing there, yeah, don't start your car up. There's a major issue going on. You might not want to go, or at least you don't want to go to that section of where it's been shut off. You go to another area. Okay. So, but learn to have a good attitude. When you go out DoorDash, start it on a good one. If you take orders that only make you feel good. Now you can go the $2 a mile rule. You can do I don't do nothing under this amount rule. Whatever makes you feel good, because there's all kinds of DoorDashers like myself out there that's giving you advice of whatever. Go with what works for you. Okay, and what makes you feel good. Take an order. When you get the order, don't immediately take the order. Look, check it out. Is this something that you want to do? Is this a restaurant you want to pick up from? Is it a neighborhood? Is it in a neighborhood you want to pick up from? I mean, I'm just saying. After you accepted the order, they show you a map. Look at the map. Is where they want you to deliver to somewhere you don't want to be? Is it too far? Don't only take orders that make you feel good. Okay. And if there's no orders that make you feel good, that might be time for you to get off of DoorDash and come back at a later time. Because, it might be just, another tip is just because it says it's very busy doesn't mean it's very busy with good high vibrational orders that's going to make you feel good. It just means that there's a bunch of orders out there people are ordering. Okay. So you drive by faith, you pray before you get on the road of what you want and what you want to achieve, and then you do it. Okay. So get out there with a good attitude. When you get out there, just set your intentions, have a good drive, pick up and deliver. And then once you're tired, get off. That's it. That's all. It's not rocket science. Anyway, going on to the next subject or the next segment called the short chat. The short chat and the short chat. Uh, uh. Okay. Anyway, so I'm using my board more. That's why. So if I go in and out with the speaker, I'm hoping I'm not. I have my microphone and I have it hooked up to my soundboard, and so I'm using my board. Okay. So y'all can hear some sounds on y'all's end. I really need to read the manual, learn how to add sounds to it, or go to YouTube University. Anyway, so I want to talk a little briefly. My cousin sent me a article about this young man that has been suing Jay-Z for paternity, to have a paternity test taken. Doggone it. I just realized the article is on this phone. Jesus Christ. But what I was going to do, this is what I'm going to do. Is this on? Do I have a phone? Okay, good. This is on. I'm gonna pull up an article. There's a guy that's about 30 years old now, has been suing to reopen his case about Jay-Z being his father's paternity case. How about I put on my internet? He's been trying to get Jay-Z to claim him as his son, right? Claim him. I see a picture of the guy, and he be looking. Ooh, they said he's responsible. Okay, so I want to get an article. It says Jay-Z alleged son files new court order forcing rapper to take a DNA test. So, and I just read the article. The one that my cousin sent me, it was a little more information. He's been suing him for the last 10 years, trying to get him to take a DNA test. My question, Jay-Z, Sean Carter, SHAWN Carter. Okay, not the SEAN, not the SHAUN, Sean Carter. Why won't you take the test? That's what I'm questioning. Why won't you take the test? I feel that Jay-Z, he's been suing him for a minute. And apparently the court case prior, okay, I'm going to read the article. It says, a man who alleged that he's the rapper's secret child has filed a court order to make him take a DNA test according to reports. Rymir Satterwhite, 30, said he'll stop at nothing for the 24-time Grammy winner to acknowledge his existence and insist that that's all he wants from him. He's not asking for money. He's not asking for time or notoriety. He just wants to be noticed as your son, B. And, he wants you to acknowledge, first of all, that he exists. So acknowledge it. Ramir, let me give you a tip. Why, Ramir? I mean, if you don't want any money from him, which is honorable, and you don't want any clout from him, then why are you spending all this money just for him to take a DNA test? If you did all this money, you spent all this money taking Jay-Z to court. He got long money. I don't know how your money is, okay, Mr. Satterwhite, but it must be long enough that you can continue taking him to court, okay, just to take a DNA test. What if he takes a DNA test and it proves that he's not the father? You went through all that, and now you outing him in the media with this. What if he isn't? But Ramir, Auntie believes he is. Or I believe that Jay-Z believes, allegedly, you're his son. So I guess more power to you if you got the money, and who am I? But I just think this is interesting. I think that is his son, and I did see the picture. If you want to look at his name, is Ramir Satterwhite. He's claiming that Jay-Z is allegedly his father. Look at it. He looks a little bit like him. He looking Jay-Z-esque. Kyle. So, that part. So I'm just saying, Jay-Z, just take the test. Okay. I mean, what you think? Is B gonna leave you? You think B gonna leave you if you have a child outside baby? The way she disowned her father for having an outside baby? I'm gonna tell you something. That might be the straw that breaks the back. It might be. Somehow I feel though, Beyonce ain't going nowhere. She might not acknowledge him though. And he's not looking, according to Mirror, according to the article, he's not looking to be acknowledged by Beyonce either. He's not trying to be a fan. I just want you to acknowledge I am your son. Or at least acknowledge that I exist and take the test. If you're not, then my bad. But something tells me he is. And Jay-Z know it because the records were sealed in another article, child. The Daily Mail. In the Daily Mail article online, they said that he had the records sealed. And he's Ramir is taking it to a Supreme Court to get the case unsealed. So something tells me Jay-Z got a baby. I'm just saying. And at this point, if it's not causing any turmoil in your household now, just for the fact that he's been suing you over it, and now he's requesting to have the records unsealed, is that, I mean, I'm just seeing why you're not doing anything about it. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Is B really gonna? Because she could. She really could. I know neither one of you need each other financially. I don't know. It just seems weird that maybe just Jay-Z he's just being stubborn. Just because he wants it, he's not giving it to him. And Sagittarius can be like that. Just because you want it, they're not going to give you what you want because that's what you want. Just saying. So, moving on, I want to talk about these smoke shops. Okay, I might be doing a little more digging on that one. There are smoke shops in the last 10 years. There's been smoke shops that have been popping up all around Atlanta. Okay, CBD shops, herbal smoke shops. With the synthetic marijuana. And I just want to touch on this subject because I noticed that. Now, I'm just going to say it here, and this is going to really be short. I feel like my prediction with those smoke shops are preparing for it to become legal in Atlanta, or at least in the state of Georgia, which I feel like is coming. They're just preparing themselves for when it does, and those smoke shops is going to become dispensaries. Okay, but watch out for those smoke shops. My spirit just said they'll turn into dispensaries, but they may begin to mix the synthetic marijuana with actual marijuana, which is not, just you won't be getting your full bang for your buck. You know what I'm saying? So just watch out for that in the near future. I would say in the near future, in the next 5 years, marijuana will be legal in either, if not the city of Atlanta, it'll be legal. It's decriminalized in the city of Atlanta. But in the state of Georgia, 5 years might be a short time. I could be wrong on that, but it's definitely like legalize it in the city of Atlanta. All they need is just to see just how much more money they can make by legalizing marijuana and having smoke shops and dispensaries, because it gets more expensive, and because they legalize it gets a little more corrupt than it is now. When it comes to marijuana sales, but they'll make way more money that way, and having than what they would be making with, putting people in jail for it or citations for marijuana sales. Come on. Okay. So I just want to touch on that. And lastly, real quick, short chat. This is a short chat. Chat. Y'all hear about there being another Indiana Jones movie? Harrison Ford in the action with his old ass? Ain't he about as old as Biden? Ain't he old as Joe Biden? Okay. What are you doing these movies? But I guess if you can do it, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of CGI and a lot of stuntmen that's in there. Unless, I don't know. Harrison Ford, I don't know. Honestly, am I here for it? Yes. I was very much into the Indiana Jones. I like those movies. That one, The Mummy, all those movies, I was totally into. So yes, I'm here for this last installment. It needs to be the last one now. They go another one with Harrison Ford with a cane, like, take me to the tombs. Watch out. You know what I'm saying? Then we going too far. You didn't jump the shark. Indiana Jones Jr. You're going to have to come out with his son is doing most of the action. Or daughter. Indiana is a state. Doesn't say, that's not a boy name or girl name. Anyway. So, yeah, you hear that. I'm here for it, and I plan on watching it eventually. I don't know if I'm going to go to the theaters for it. I don't know. I might need to. I need to get social out in these streets. So that's the end of the short chat. The short chat. Now, time for the segment called 15 Minutes of Funk. There ain't no junk. Ooh, all right now. This morning chat's about to be short. Okay. If I had sponsors on here, or if I was getting money to do this, I would have to ramble on about something so I can meet my time, so I can get paid from this. Okay. Well, y'all. Okay, so I have the weekend recap. So let me tell you what happened for me the weekend. Well, I had met a new boo, and then I didn't. Child. I was supposed to, I had planned to cook him oxtails. I done bought these ox. I done paid $60 to get all the ingredients to make these oxtails. And I'm gonna make cabbage and stuff. I'm gonna make him a Jamaican meal for the gods. Until my spirit guided me differently. It's like, don't you go over there. Don't you go over there. You know, now you know what you're dealing with. Don't go over there. Don't go over there. Okay? Don't do it. So I didn't do it. So that part, and Chad, when I called, he was like, okay, fine, blah, blah, blah. I tried to call him on Sunday because I know he was about to leave town. He made that conversation real short. He knew that it was over. I was calling like, hey, I got me, matter of fact, I called him Saturday night because I said I couldn't come over on Friday with this food. Little does he know he wasn't going to get it anyway. Because the Holy Spirit said, don't you do that. You're doing way too much for someone you just met. So that was a whirlwind affair. I would be shocked if I got a call from him after this week. I'd be surprised. I'd be shocked. Okay, I found out that this guy that I met, this whirlwind week-long affair that I had, this man was a whole sex demon. Okay, now when I say, "Ooh, that's not like, was he a devil?" No, the demons don't look. Demons don't be paying attention to what you see in the movies. Demons don't make you look crazy and all that stuff, what's his name? Eric Benet, sex demon. He's addicted to sex. That's demonic. Like, you just want to do it all the time. And this guy was similar to that. And usually just to give you a little tip about sex demons are people that basically the only thing y'all have in common is sex. Boom. Okay, that's all they're good for. They're not there to support you when you need them. They're never there. It's always a Netflix and chill when that person comes around. That's all they do. They don't take you out. When we're talking about guys, or they don't go out in public like that with you, they're just having sex with you. And oftentimes it's something to get something from you. Okay? Like a sex demon, these guys that are having sex with these women, having these situationships so they can have a place to stay. Mm-hmm. I forgot the urban term for it, but basically they're just there. They're just screwing you so that they can have somewhere to lay their funky little dusty ass heads. Okay. You find yourself doing too much. I found myself doing way too much for this dude. Way too much for him. I wasn't taking care of business because he was in my life. And I learned that that's what I do. I often said I give up too much too soon. Now I've pinpointed exactly what it is. That's I give up way too much of myself. I give up way too much control. You know what I'm saying? To this person before they haven't even earned me putting myself aside for them. It just reminds me of when man fell. One of the curse for women was that we will always be subject to the man, your husband, or the man that you're having sex with. Be honest with you, husband. I don't recall there being a wedding ceremony for Adam and Eve. That's a man concept. Oh Lord, I'm sounding like one of these dudes out here that's like, oh, a marriage is just a piece of paper. It is not a piece of paper. It is not. It's more than a piece of paper. Okay. There's people that I would consider married, but never did the official paperwork, man's paperwork, to be considered married. Okay. But they just been together they've been together forever. Okay. They've been together forever. They need each other, but they just never went through the whole rigmarole of making it official with man. That's what back in the day, we used to call common law marriage. Okay, some states still acknowledge common law marriage. That means someone who has been together for over a decade. I'm going to say that over a decade. Actually, let's look up what common law marriage is so I can give you the correct. Okay. What is common law marriage? A common law marriage is a legally recognized marriage between two people who have not purchased a marriage license or had their marriage solemnized by a certain ceremony. So they are recognized as being married because they, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, Mrs. and Mrs. Jones, people see you, know you as being a married couple, even though you have not officially did it. Gotten the legal paperwork done, the marriage license, and or had a ceremony. So I believe originally marriage was the person that you had sex with. You bonded in the way of sexual intercourse. That's what I believe. Okay. The original marriages before man introduced licenses and weddings and to celebrate the union of two people. I think that was the one that you committed to and want to give yourself to physically, mentally, and emotionally. When you become one, that's what God means in the Bible. When you leave your mom, you get from under your mom and daddy, and you go and become one with your spouse. And the initial oneness union starts with the sexual union. Okay. And once you all become one energy, one vibration, you come and y'all making beautiful music together. Okay. Naturally. Okay. Without all the pain and hurt and the bullshit that we've added to man and woman's connection. Initially, when the man and woman are attracted and they come together and you have sex together and you are sharing each other's energy, vibrations, that, you know what I'm saying? Everything else branches out where you begin to share everything. You share your time, you share your food with this wonderful person you have become one with. Okay. But then we have the sexual revolution and all this stuff, and it says you become one with anybody you want to. And now you got so many different partners. Yeah. We've gotten a little numb into what it really means to be one. Okay. So that happened. So needless to say, he didn't left to Alabama, Tuscaloosa, I don't know, California. I don't know where the hell this man is. I know he came into my life to distract me from what I need to be doing. Okay, period. He knocked me off my block for a minute, but God said, let me tell you something, sister. This is what he is. Okay, child, because I started seeing videos and the Holy Spirit was like, watch this. Listen, you think, don't he seem a whole lot like that? I'm like, he sure do. Child. And I realized it seems like I've had a lot of sex demons in my life. Oh, child. And I wonder, what do I need to exercise this sense of sexual demons taking over me? You know what I'm saying? Because these are the guys that always, another description of a sex demon is that they only want to see you at a certain time. You're not going out. Nobody's seeing y'all together. No one knows that y'all together. Okay. I think about that Brownstone song. If you say it, if you love me, say it. If you trust me, do it. If you want me. If you need me, prove it. Because that's all a part of having an actual relationship and not being seen, or it's like all we're doing is having sex privately at night at crazy times of the day, but you're not acknowledging us. You're not taking me out. It's always one-sided. You always giving of yourself, giving of yourself, giving of yourself. Hell, real talk, my son's father might have been a sex demon. To be honest with you, because he was, it was always at an awkward hour. It was always on the low. He wasn't trying to let nobody know they was hitting this off. And that's probably the reason why he wanted me to get rid of my son when he first found out. Now he's probably very happy that I had him because he's a blessing. My son is. He was, but I can't really say that about my son's father because he was very harmful in a lot of things. So if he was, maybe that demon left him after time, or because he has a child, he was responsible for his child, at least financially. Um, if I asked for it, he always gave it. Now, I wasn't the one always taking him into court every time I saw him on a new car or I thought he made some extra money. But I probably could have gotten way more out of him, but the more I would have ended up getting out of him is attitude. I have no respect of a woman that's every time I turn around, they taking their child's father to court for more money for their child. And I understand children are are expensive, especially the older they get. Um, but especially in my situation, I had him regardless of what his father wanted because it was my body and I had to carry it. And I did what I thought was best. And I'm very thankful I did because I never had any other kids after him. Um, so I'm so happy I did have him, no matter what troubles we went through. He was a blessing. He turned out to be a huge blessing to me right now. As an adult, he's such a well thought man, well spoken. He's still a little emotional. He's emotional, but he's starting to recognize his emotions. He's starting to master his emotions and become what he is. And it's a gift to this world. Okay. He's a gift to this world. For real, for real. So I found out I was messing with a possible sex demon or someone possessed by one. Because he sure enough, every time I turned around, bang, bang, bang. For a 41-year-old, he was trying to have sex like he was 20. Like, I'm more than sex. I'm more than sex. Love me. Take me out. See me. But I also feel like he was probably in a situation in his life where he was on the up because, I'm just saying, he didn't really have much. He was waiting. He was waiting paycheck to paycheck. I know how that is. But, yeah, just the Holy Spirit revealed what it was and that I didn't need to do it. Me trying to say that he's a nice guy is a way of making me feel better for calling him a sex demon. But as I'm saying this, the Holy Spirit's like, no, call him what he is. That's what he was. That's what he was. He was not meant to be anything more. But I was convinced at first because the conversation was, wee. If I'm wrong, the Holy Spirit know how to come in and say, well, he's presenting as a different person now. Maybe he's not possessed by that. Maybe someone called him out by it. I don't know. I don't know. Not my problem. I know the Lord said stay away from him, and I did. Child. Then comes the one that I thought maybe he was one too, because he was all secretive about us and when we first started, and he came through like the hero he is. And I'm not saying names. There was another friend that I've been dealing with for a while. Just a wonderful guy. Now I couldn't say that always, to be honest with you. I questioned, I didn't question him, but in my mind, I questioned a lot of what he has going on in his intentions with me. Child, I found out, I mean, I was talking to him and was telling him whatever, and we were talking about people we attract and that, and that, and that. And I said, we had something, he said something about he attract a certain type of woman. And I said, well, I'm not that type of woman. You know, I might look like that type of woman, but I'm not that type of woman that you're talking about. And I said, but we didn't date. I mean, or did we date? Because I don't think we dated. I mean, we went out together. We kissed each other. We had the sex, but it wasn't. You know, I didn't think of it as being a relationship. I just thought of it as a friend with benefits or someone that I was just messing around with. Nothing, serious. So he said, well, yeah, we did date. I spent my hard-earned time. He said it like it was money, and that was, oh my God. I spent my hard-earned time spending the time with you, and that is true. And when I look back, I can't say that about that guy. I don't even know why I thought of him as being something, not that we weren't dating, because we actually went on dates. Like he taking me to the movies. He's taking me to out to eat. So he's been there for me. So I guess, yeah, we were. I mean, I just didn't think we got to the point where I'm calling him my man and he's calling me his girl and he's telling people that this is my woman, like, or like this is a special woman to me. She's not just a friend. She's more than a friend to me. And I don't recall us ever saying anything about being exclusive. So that was just interesting. It's like, ooh. And the thought is like, has he been thinking that we've been dating this whole time? Because if that's the fact, I cheated. Oh Lord. The thought came up my mind. I have to ask him, it's like, have we been dating this whole time? Have we been dating? Because if we've been dating, I didn't cheating on you. But dating is not being in an exclusive relationship. Okay, because he said it based off the technical, you're getting to know each other, you're spending time with each other, that's dating. Now, was I supposed to be exclusive? I don't know. Because if we were supposed to be exclusive and he understood it as us being exclusive, well, baby, I done cheated and I didn't know. I thought we were just friends with benefits. I didn't know. I'm so used to that. But I don't recall us sitting side time and say, like, let's talk about what we're doing here. You know what I'm saying? Because if he ever came out of the blue and got on one knee, I'm like, what are you doing? You tying your shoe? Why are you going in your pocket to tie your shoe? I'd have been lost. I would have been completely lost if he did something like that. But I think he means like the technical, what dating is getting to know a person. So I tend to overthink things. Welcome to my world. And as far as yesterday, it was a pretty good day. We had the single and satisfied. I really wish there was more people that had joined in and want to talk to me. But I know people have lives. Not everybody can come in. Better show next time. I was just happy to have, but I did have JD did come here, the writer, JD Hanley, the writer, Whiskey Peach owner, Whiskey Peach production owner, did come in. She did say stuff in the comments. So that was such a blessing. Now, I did talk to the friend that I told you about. I'm like, we got to get you on here because I want to hear him. He has a Kevin Samuels type of approach to dating and women and that whole thing. So I would love to have him. and a couple of us other friends on there that think like him, you know, to come on and talk about that. So we're working on it. And I've talked to him. Not supposed to talk. He said he's going to call me today. We shall see. Okay. Now, lastly, and at least it's not that important, but I got my first fruit bearing plant. Okay. I got me a tomato plant. I did. I got me a whole tomato plant. Let me see if I can get it for you. Okay. Excuse me. She's right here. I want to introduce you to my tomato plant that I got from Lidl's across the street. I'm going to grow me some tomatoes. You see, there's already one tomato on here. I need to water her. They say to keep her well watered. I really kind of want to wash her leaves, but I'm going to let her be natural. That's my baby. This is my first fruit bearing plant. Look at my baby. This is my new green baby, my plant baby. Ooh, I don't want to just have any plants. When I do get plants, I want to have something that is good. Like maybe the next time I go and I God brings it to me, I'll get me a basil plant or give me some basil or some herbs to grow. Because I'm an earth sign, and yes, my baby. She called out to me too. She sure did. I went there. It's like me, pick me, choose me, and I sure did. Because I was going to get the hanging one, but then I realized, where am I going to hang it from? That means I have to install hooks to hang my plant on. Nah, that ain't for me. So I got the one, and I just sit it here on my little stool in front of the window so that she can get all the sunlight she needs. Okay, so we can bear us some tomatoes. So that's all I have for y'all today. Before an hour, child. Before an hour. Now, this is a PSA, and now you don't have to do anything. Auntie is going through a little financial crisis. I do this strictly for free because I love just talking and giving information that I know, and just making y'all laugh and joke. And I love to do it. And I do it for free. This is what I do for free. But if you'd like to support this channel, it will be in the descriptions on Instagram and YouTube how you can support the channel. Okay. One free way you can do it is by telling somebody else and getting more people over here so that I can monetize on YouTube and on Instagram. Make me a little more attractive. To brands. I'm a little more attractive if I had 2,000 instead of 200 followers or 27 followers. So like, share, subscribe to my channels on all platforms, specifically and more importantly, YouTube and Instagram. Get my following up, okay? Get my follows, my subscriptions, and my views, okay? You don't even have to subscribe on YouTube. I just need people to watch my videos. Just go over there and watch it. Just turn it on and watch it to the end and like it. Okay? Watch it to the end and like it. And maybe something I say may hit home and then you'd really like it. You get involved. I also have a link of merch on Springs. It's according to Akara shop on Springs, where you can get a morning chat mug. You can get a bedtime cocktails glass that I have there available. Okay, you'll get something that, according to a car mug, but it will be the morning chat. Okay, y'all. So all proceeds will go to bettering the channel. and the producer of the channel, myself, to give me peace of mind to keep on bringing you content after content after content. Because, child, I got stuff that I haven't even started doing. Okay, so let's get in here. And I thank you for your support. I thank you for watching me. And thank you. Just thanks again. You know what I'm saying? Tell a friend. Tell a friend. That's free. Stretch that like. Watch the video to the end. That's free. Like that. Share it. Tell other people to come over here and just support a black sister, a black woman over here. Support a black woman. And just come over here and just subscribe. Just subscribe. Okay? Get over here and subscribe. Okay? On YouTube. Come over here and follow me. And like my videos. Okay, go through my whole portfolio, or my profile. Look at all my videos and like it from way back. Let them know Auntie is out in these streets. Okay, that's the freest way you can do it. That's what helped me out a lot, because then I can really start monetizing and start living up and doing the thing that I love to do, and that is to bring y'all content. All right. That's all I have for you all. You all have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow for the morning chat. Good day.